A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Badgers will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Nittany Lions offense takes the field for the first time today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Now the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Martin. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Listen to this place. Oh, man, they love their Badgers. Third down coming.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no six.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Wisconsin's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The RPO fired complete to the left. There he goes. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll do it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wisconsin! They grab the early lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really fortune this time around. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. Oh, he got loose. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Finds the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Denmark. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time late in the season.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
Man, I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back to throw. It's O'Neal. Steps away. Plucks it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That's a good-looking run there. And if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented. Because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, Monty Ball, how about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power, he's got speed, he's got shiftiness, he's got all the tools you need to be successful and play on Sunday.
Finds his man, it's Sampson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to fire on second down. It's caught. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And the Badgers are marching down the field. Going to try to get it himself. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you start a game in the first quarter and you show me I will run my quarterback like you did here, it makes me defend the whole field. It makes me a lot more nervous. You can tell this quarterback will be a threat throughout this football game.
Motion from the wideout. They go to the ground. And some room to work. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Badgers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Badger!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. The snap sets up the throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking to fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll pull it down and run. Fires to the big fella. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, the running back has it. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Now this is a gamble here, going for it on 4th and long from their own 40. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, And they decide to go for it on fourth down, and they get rewarded. He makes a quick decision, gets the first down. Nice job by this offense, and specifically the QB making a nice read.
To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Penn. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Nelson. And they're able to make the tackle.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Badgers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They'll move the wide receiver. And off to Jones. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch, it's Jones. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
How How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the Swamp. They're up by 10 over Vanderbilt. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
On the shovel. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Pocket breaking down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The give from the gun. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Denmark. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Catch in the middle. It's Martin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Just keeps slinging it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reynolds. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. That's caught. It's Sampson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Under fire. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third down play from the gun. Got the quick pass. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Finding open areas. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be third and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Forced out of the pocket. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Fighting off the defender. Another broken tackle. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They'll go with a quick touch pass. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And then what a big spot, a big field goal, and he just misses the opportunity to tie this football game. That was needed. Fourth quarter. That was a big-time kick. That one might come back to bite him.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The offense changing the play. Back to throw. It's O'Neal. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And off to Jones. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to him again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers with the 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
A really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got his man out of the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. The inside handoff. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Touchdown, Badger! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Lewis. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting...
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. The hand to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked